Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of some Building Big with Jerm. How's everybody doing today? In the last episode, we came out here and built all of this, basically. Let's take a look back. Actually, hang on. I want to try out a mod that I've been using for some thumbnails recently. Well, anyways, this is what we did in the last episode. We built this big tower, the little tower to the left, all the floating bridge parts, and that big custom tree there in the middle. And I absolutely love how this whole area turned out. And I think a lot of you did as well. It seemed like there was a pretty good reception to the last episode. So thank you all for that. I am very, very happy with this entire place right now. Now, for today's episode, I was kind of planning on just wrapping up a couple things here and then moving on. But I think we're actually going to stay in this area. The feedback I got in the previous episode is that most people kind of want me to stay in this area and keep expanding it. So I think we're going to do that. I've got a couple ideas. I don't have like an exact plan yet, but I've got a couple ideas that we can work out in today's episode. But I think in future episodes, I would like to redo this build because I want to make it doesn't really match the style that we got going here anymore. This stuff is way more detailed than this build is. I still think this is a good build, but I think just along with these ones, it kind of stands out a little bit now. So we're going to be redoing this. We're probably going to be extending it over to this chunk here. So it's going to be more of like an L shape now. And it's probably going to be way bigger to match the scale of this build a little bit better probably. And because of that, we'll probably have to move the road, which we'll get into later in this episode. But the main thing I want to work on today, I want to work on a big bridge here, a massive bridge leading to, for now, nothing. So we'll see. We'll have to see later down the road. We're probably not going to lead it to anything in the very near future, but someday down the road, it'll be leading to something over in this general area. But again, that's a future project by a long shot. But yeah, so today I would like to build out a big bridge here. We'll have a bunch of decorations on it. It's not just going to be a big boring bridge. We'll have quite a few really cool details, I think, and we're going to be using, there's one block, one really weird, kind of interesting block that we're going to be using a lot of. But this is going to be a problem. We're going to be using a ton of cauldrons. Now, you may be thinking, how am I going to be using cauldrons in a bridge? Well, we'll get to that later on, but you can see we have a problem here. We don't have hardly any iron at all. So that's something we're going to have to figure out. We have an iron farm. We have a really old iron farm way out somewhere else in the world, back at a like an old industrial kingdom I tried to start at one point, like steampunk style kingdom. But it doesn't work anymore. I don't know why. It just doesn't work anymore. So we're going to have to figure out something else. And I think we're just going to go ahead and put it in this area here. So I think we're going to come down underneath the mountain. We have so much space down here. It would be kind of a shame to not use this up for something. So my idea going forward is we're probably going to be building a bunch of farms down here. I think I have plans for ideas for other stuff down here too. But for right now, we're going to build a couple farms. In today's episode, we're going to be doing an iron farm. And it'll be right around this general area here, right above like this spot here. But I'm going to go ahead and get to some material gathering, and we'll be back in just a little bit. And there we go. There is our door. We actually have one final thing to add here. I want to add a little door handle with 2 levers just like that. And I think that looks pretty cool. I like that. I'm a big fan of how that turned out. Using, a ton of blocks. We got the gray glazed terracotta in here, regular deep slate, polished basalt. We even have observers and droppers. And I think they turn out pretty cool. And diamond deep slate ore, which just adds a nice little addition of color into it. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Something I think we're gonna add is probably a couple more like bigger rocks built up around the outside here, and then some more trees. We definitely need more trees in this whole area, but we can get to that later on. Oh, and foliage. We need tall grass right here like crazy. But now we need to figure out a way to actually get inside, because this door does not work, obviously. Although I've been playing around with the idea of using like flying machines to do some different stuff lately. I don't know. I don't think there's really anything we can do with this, but it will be cool. It'll be a little bit unimmersive, I think, but we're probably just going to put like a piston door right here, and then just pull those 2 blocks out, have a little hallway leading in, and then they'll just go back. But if you guys have any better ideas, let me know in the comments down below, because I really, really wish we had something like the create mod where we could actually like open this door. But of course, I'm not going to add any mods like that to the series. So unfortunately, we can't do that. But man, it would be super cool, wouldn't it? All right, so like I said, I think the way we're going to do this is we are going to break out this. And we're just going to put a simple piston door here. So let's put some tough blocks down to have a little floor here. And then let's do this. We're going to do 6 blocks of smooth stone right here. And then behind these we'll go stone brick. And then do another stone brick right there, I guess. And then our sticky pistons right there and right there. Okay. Then we'll come in over here. This is where we're going to have the button to open and close the door. And I think we'll just go straight across from here. This is a very, very simple, very basic, just piston door design. And then we'll hook this up to another button once we get this interior worked out. All right, there we go. It's all hooked up now. And the way we're actually going to be opening this, we're going to use a lodestone block. This is going to be our little like pedestal for the lever. And there we go. It works. I mean, it's very simple. It's very basic. I tried to do a couple of different things. I tried to do like a flying machine to raise and lower this floor. That didn't work super well. It was a little, it wasn't great. I might still do it in the future for something else, but for this, I think just this is fine. So we got that here, and then we'll come inside and we'll have another lever right about here where we can close it behind us. So now what I think we're going to do, I think we're going to go ahead and build up the actual farms. Shouldn't be too difficult. We need to get some villagers, obviously. We have a village over here. We have one under the mountain too, but all the villagers are dead. We do have a village right here. I don't know if there's any remaining villagers though. Okay, there are a few at least. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. That might be it. We might have lost all the other villagers. So that's gonna be interesting and fun. We do have another village right over here. And those should still be alive. So hopefully, oh wait, there's 2 villagers right here. Oh, there's 3 right there. That one's a nitwit though. Can those, I wonder if a nitwit will work for this farm. I don't know. But okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, there's more villagers here. What the heck? But I'm gonna get started on gathering up all these villagers and building up the farm, and we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, many hours later, the iron farm is done. Actually AFK'd overnight, and we got quite a bit of iron. This side, some of the villagers actually disappeared, so it wasn't as efficient as this side. But this side, we have a ton. This also isn't as efficient as it's going to be yet, because this up here is a little weird. The iron golems can be caught on these slabs, as you just saw right here. And then they just die there, and then the iron either burns in the lava or drops on the side there. So that's something that will be a little bit more efficient once we get the rest of this build worked out. Which, speaking of that, I think that's what I want to work on now. I'm going to go ahead. It's all going to be interior stuff, so it's going to be really hard to make content out of. I'll try to do a little bit of a time lapse out of it. But I'm going to go ahead and get this whole interior worked out. We'll have a staircase going down to the little collection rooms, and yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to be really cool. So let me go ahead and get to working on that right now. All right, we are back and we are done with the iron farm decoration. So here's the door, the big grand door that we got. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, it doesn't work. So we hit the lever, and then this little thing opens up on the side here. And then we'll go ahead and close it behind us. And this is what it looks like in here. Unfortunately, we do have a lighting error. So I'll have to do something to fix that. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do that right now. But this is it. We got copper doors all over the place. We got the iron golem face all over the room. And I think this looks pretty sick. I'm loving this. We also got the way where iron golems drop down. Oh, we can see them right now. The iron golems drop down into here and then fall into a pit that's underneath all this lava. Let's actually turn that down real quick. And they burn up there, and then they drop the iron down into a bunch of hoppers. But I think this, just having this whole lava pit down here is a really, really cool look. I love this. I love the glowing effect that it gives, like as you're walking down, like glowing up the walls. So cool. Also, again, of course, inspired by Elden Ring, there was a like dungeon room that I found in the game that's kind of similar to this, with a stairway down the middle and then lava pits on either side. Yeah, I love this. I love how this place has turned out. Now we keep going. We have another door here, which we can eventually, and probably will eventually, expand into something else. I don't have that quite figured out yet, but we'll get there when the time comes. I think someday I would love to do like a big underground kingdom down here. I don't know exactly what that would look like just yet. But I think that would be a really, really cool addition, and a lot of people have suggested that, so I think that would be a good idea. Also, I am kind of curious, what does this look like from the outside? Okay, interesting. This would be, I'm just trying to think, like, how would we cover this? I guess we would just have to build up like a wall around it, and then just basically pretend it's not even there. But yeah, that's what it looks like from the outside. Oh, we got to kill. We got some iron golems out here we got to kill as well. But let's keep going here. We go down these stairs on either side here. Candles all over the place. But as we get down to this section, it gets a little bit lazy. I think I might change this up in the future. In fact, I will probably change this up in the future, but I just wanted to get it done. I didn't want to spend too much time and too much, didn't want to put too much thought into this, because it's going to take a lot of effort to make this section look good, I think. But you can see the iron farm is working pretty well. For some reason, this side is a little less efficient than this side. This side seems to be a little bit more efficient than the other side. I don't know why, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, we got tons of iron already. We really need to get a crafting table and an ender chest down here. So let's actually grab those really quick. And okay, there we go. Now we can fill our shulker box up with as much iron as we want. We should also get a shulker box for all those poppies as well. I don't have any empty ones in here right now, but we'll get that sorted out eventually. But yeah, there we go, man. This is gonna be so nice having an iron farm in the world again finally. And we are definitely gonna be making good use of this today, because the project we're gonna be doing today is gonna require quite a bit of iron. Not too much, not a crazy amount, but I think what I need to do now, I'm going to go ahead. This isn't even the main project for today, so I need to go ahead and get some more materials gathered up. We've run out of all our white blocks again, so I'm going to have to gather up some of that, and we're going to start working on a new project coming out right through here. All right, many hours later, the bridge is done. And man, I absolutely love how this thing turned out. This looks so good. I love this. So we got And well, honestly, I don't know how long. Okay, brain, work, please. This is all we're doing for now. This is the end of it for now. Eventually, one day, I would like to probably keep expanding it further into something else, whatever we end up building over there. But for now, this is good. I love how this turned out so much. I did do a bit of recording earlier. Well, I tried to do another clip before I completed the whole thing, but I recorded it with the wrong encoding settings, so it's lost. It's lost forever. But man, I think this is just such a cool feeling, such a cool effect, having this just massive bridge going across, and then it's kind of crumbling here towards the end. Now I need to work on the like debris for this bridge, for the crumble, to add to the crumbling effect. I don't love this. This is supposed to look like the bottom of another pillar that's just kind of all crumbled up and broken. I don't really like how it turned out. I'm probably gonna redo it, but it's good enough for now. Oh boy, creeper. By the way, I'm working on some mob textures. You saw a little sneak peek at that one there. I'll probably show those a little bit more in a future episode. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Same texturing as all the other builds that we've done in this area so far. I think it turned out really good, especially from just a little bit of a distance. All the colors just kind of blend together really well. And it just looks like it almost looks like it's just like painted. You can see there's a little bit of like some staining there. I wanted to make it look like one of these like little pedestal things broke off. And I thought a cool way to add to that effect would be to add some like dirt that's kind of like slid over the side a little bit. And I did that with a mix of terracotta, copper, raw iron, and the smooth stone slabs to give like a really smooth gradient there. And that I think turned out really cool. I love how that looks. But let's go ahead and run up top here. So I made a bunch of changes here to the entranceway. Before we had this road leading up to right about here. I don't know how much exactly I got lost in the footage, but hopefully I'm not repeating myself here too much. But I moved the road over to here, and this just kind of leads up. It's supposed to look like a temporary road, basically. Like the bridge is all broken down, so the main entrance is not usable anymore. So they just made a road coming up the side of the mountain here. And that feeds in here, and it blends into all the tough blocks here that we used. Now I am gonna be changing out all this ground over here to be this like tough mixture. I don't want to do that right now. I got too many shulker boxes covering this area right now, so it would be actually kind of a task to replace all this. But then here is the view, and man, I seriously love how this turned out. The iron farm. This is what we need the iron farm for. We needed it for these cauldrons because I wanted to get that like arched shape that you can see there. I think that looks so nice. So that's what that's basically all that I needed the iron farm for. The cauldrons and then the anvils up top. And we figured it out in the stream. I think this is called a turret. And then this little like inset on the inside is called a niche, like a gothic niche. I'm pretty sure that's something. I'm pretty sure Mog Swamp told me that's what that's called. So if it's wrong, blame him, but I don't think it is wrong. And on the inside of the niche here, we got a little statue. Now, you guys will have to let me know. If you guys can think of a better way to do this, let me know, because I don't love the design. It's just an anvil with a hopper on top, and then it's supposed to be a wither skull, but I had some extra skeleton skulls, so I just threw it on top there. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I think probably the thing people are going to suggest is armor stands. I don't love the idea of using armor stands so much, but maybe we could figure something out with them. Maybe I'll have to add like a mod that lets you customize them. I don't like the Datapack one, but if I can find a good mod that lets me customize armor stands, maybe I would do that. But then just going down, we got these repeating all the way down, aside from that one that broke off, obviously. We got chunks broken out of the side here and there all over the place. Foliage growing over all over. We got the azure bluettes. And then also this, the nether sprouts. I really wish we had just like a short grass in the game. Something that was biome tinted, or at the very least like the color of the azalea. But we don't. So you got to get a little creative. If you want some short grass, got to get a little creative. I think this works. I think this works fairly well. Plus, this is like a magical area, so I think with that excuse, I think it works just fine. Like the bright neon cyan color, I think it's okay, and it does work with all the colors in the area, so I'm fine with that. But we keep going down. It's all pretty much the same. Another broken part here with a bunch of dirt, ferns all over the place, a little dirty spot right here, and then of course it's all broken off on the end here. I could probably add some more like cracks into this to break it up even more. But honestly, I'm not too concerned about this. Also, I need to spawn proof this. This is from Mini HUD. This it shows you what the light levels are. So I need to put around some glow lichen. So this whole thing is spawn proofed, although maybe it doesn't need to be spawn proofed. We're not ever gonna be really walking here, so yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this spawnable, I think. But yeah, we got this one here, and then we got that one there. And I tried to do the turrets here. It probably, I mean, if I just did it normal, straight up and down, it probably would be fine to stick it here. But it was on an angle, and I mean, obviously, this very slight angle would be extremely difficult to do, like on this small scale for these turrets. So I decided just to leave it empty. Maybe I'll try something with it in the future, but I think for now it's fine. But yeah, eventually this will be leading to something. Maybe a big custom mountain, maybe a castle, I don't know. Something though, something eventually. Maybe all the way over to that pillager outpost. Probably not, but I don't want it to seem like it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why is there a bridge just leading to nothing here? Maybe we could even do something magical with it, like have a custom portal on the end of it. I don't know. But I think for now that is fine and that is good. I love this. I absolutely love how this thing turned out. But I think we're going to have to end it off there. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I really wanted to get out to the city and build up a house out there. I think going forward, I would like to do at least one little thing in the city every episode. Just so we can, over time, build it up and expand it and really make it feel like an immersive city. But I've done so much in this episode, I gotta finish it. I'm done. I don't want to push myself any further and push this episode back any further. So that is gonna do it. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you all in the next episode. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention it. This is episode 300 of the entire series. We're on season 3. We've done 25 episodes of season 3, 25 episodes in season 2, and 250 episodes in season 1. So episode 300. How crazy is that? 300 episodes. It's pretty crazy to think I hit the record button on this series in this world 300 times. That's wild. We're almost at the 10-year mark too. But that's all I got. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.